Welcome back to our 2-Minute Devos. Every single day, I've been trying to give you just a glimpse into what we've experienced here in Israel, just to challenge you and let the scripture speak into your life. And today I want to talk about Matthew chapter 8. We've got what I feel is a very odd discourse on the surface, a very odd exchange between Jesus and this unknown gentleman, because Jesus challenges them to follow him. And this man's response is, well, let me go bury my father. And Jesus gives what seems like this very cold response by saying, let the dead bury themselves. Now, as a kid, I remember thinking to myself, Jesus, cut this man some slack. He just wants to have a funeral and he'll get right back with you. But that's not what's really being said. Now, in Capernaum today, it gave me a little bit of a revelation about the scripture, because as we're walking through Capernaum, which is this amazing city, there's so much history, so much to talk about, we come upon this one item, and it's called a sarcophagus. The sarcophagus is it's made of marble, stone, or granite, but you would place a dead body inside of it, and then you would close it off, and the body would decompose. When the body itself, like the skin, the muscle, and everything else was decomposed, you would have nothing but the bones left, and then you would take the bones and then go and deal with them in an appropriate way. Now, you got to understand that this process takes approximately 2 years to do in terms of the decomposition. Now you put that into Matthew chapter 8. Jesus says, follow me. And this man says, let me first bury my father. Number one, the dad probably wasn't dead yet. Number two, even if he had just died, it would be at least 2 years before he would follow Jesus. And this is what I began to ponder today, is how often does Jesus challenge us to do something and we give him an excuse? Reach a friend. Show the love of Jesus to somebody. To be generous. To give beyond what we think our means are, to step out and to serve and to give time we think we don't have. How often does Jesus challenge us to do something, and yet, like this man, we give our excuse of why we can't do it? This man could have followed Jesus, but his out was to bury his father. But in reality, he didn't want to tell Jesus no. He simply wanted to give Jesus an excuse. Can we stop giving Jesus excuses? In reality, can we stop telling Jesus no and to simply give Jesus our wholehearted yes? Why? Because he gave us his wholehearted yes. Why should we give Jesus any less? That's all I've got to say today. Be challenged with that, and we'll see you tomorrow as we continue through our series.